Okay, Hilchos Tefillin. Just started yesterday. Okay, we can start the Mechaber again, because Nachi wasn't there yesterday. Okay. After one wore the talis with tzitzis, you niach tefillin. You put your tefillin on, shemalim b'kodesh, because you advance kedusha. Person takes his bag with the tefillin and his talis and puts it in the same outer bag. You have to be careful that the tefillin bag with the tefillin should not be above the talis. That he should not, it should not be the first thing he approaches. And then he'll have to put them on before he puts the talis on, because the order should be talis then tefillin. But if what he engages with first is the tefillin, he'll be obligated to put the tefillin on before the talis. Why? Because since that's the first mitzvah he engages with, it's an obligation, he can't pass on it.
Is everything in one bag, or we have two bags, a talis bag and a tefillin bag, or is everything in one bag?
The way he's speaking about, you have a talis, you have the tefillin in the bag.
With the talis.
And like we have it. But if a person has tefillin, although we said you should put your talis on before the tefillin, but right now he has tefillin and the tzitzis are not available at this moment, he doesn't have to wait for the what? For the talis to be brought. And when they bring him the talis, he'll wrap himself with the talis. This has to do with malam b'kodesh reading. Maybe you should wait and put on the talis before the tefillin. So he says, no, if they're both available, you put talis, then tefillin. But if the talis is not available, put on the tefillin. When the talis is brought, 5 minutes, then you bring your talis. You should put on the tefillin. That's what he's saying. That's, okay? Let's see the Mishna Berura. Although, even if talis, you only have a rabbinic mitzvah of wits, what is the case? Go shula, achashloshim yom, borrow talis. After 30 days, chenal simin yodalit, chochai gavno, kamke yishlag dimo l'tfilin. Yonech tfilin, u'mishein yodum asegas liknos tzitzis u'tfilin. We left off, yes. Person doesn't have the financial capital that he's able to afford both talis and tefillin. Echrei achronim the tefillin kodmin. You should buy the tefillin and not the talis. Why? Ki tzitz rak mitzvah im yeshlo tal shara b'kanfos. It's the object that obligates you. If you wear the object of 4 kanfos, 4 corners, you have to put on tzitzis. U'tefillin hu chova. Tefillin, you must wear tefillin. That's called chovas gavra. The obligation is on the person. And if one doesn't have tefillin to put on, you consider it's an extreme level of sinner. You see, a person, it's a question of buying more beautiful tefillin or more beautiful talis. Which one takes priority? The tefillin code m'kuli alman. However, the world, they fail in this area. What about a person can't afford tzitzis and tefillin? He has no obligation. Can't afford either. Does he have an obligation to go beg, to raise money to afford it? He has no obligation. Even tefillin. Good. But a person has the financial capability and what? But he figures, if I can borrow, why purchase? It's a disgrace. You can afford your own tefillin, you go borrow it. What are you borrowing? Okay, now we're speaking about in Mavrin ala mitzvos. If you have talis and tefillin, make sure the tefillin should not be on top of the talis, that the tefillin should not be the first thing which he engages with. Pirish, afilu yechos ben biyodo. Even though he doesn't actually touch the tefillin. But based in terms of proximity, his hand, it's closer to his hand, the tefillin. And therefore you have put on the tefillin before you put on the talis. That's only if he wants to put on the tefillin now. Do you want to do both? It's a question, which one do you do first? By the way, understand. I'll give you an example. There's a halacha that regarding priority, let's say you have a grape and you have an apple. You want to say appropriates. Well, let's say in the morning you wake up, a person wants to have a cup of juice before he eats grain. So you say, but prior to brachos, you say mazonos before you say shako, right? I'm not ready to eat grain now. First I eat the juice. I drink the juice before I eat the cereal or wash for bread, whatever it may be, because it's difficult eating the bread unless he drinks the juice first. So then, of course, shishako, and then you say barim mazonos. The priority issue doesn't come about. Let's say some people they're very careful. They don't speak dvarim b'teilim when they wear the tefillin. They don't speak dvarim b'teilim. They don't speak anything unless it's related to the davening or a Torah, because it's not respectful. And he has to have a conversation right before he puts on his tefillin, or whatever it is. And he does one. I mean, it's going the other way. He wants to put on his talis. Okay, right? He has the tefillin, and it's on top, but he only wants to put on the talis now. As I just said, it's not a problem. He can take off the tefillin, put on the talis, and put on the tefillin later. Because it's not because he's giving priority to the talis over the tefillin. That's a mavrin ala mitzvahs. It's because he doesn't want to put on the tefillin now. Yeah, thank you. Okay, let's talk about that. We're going to see later, what is the status of the tefillin bag? That Kedusha. That's exactly what I'm saying. It would not be, let's say, right, it would not be.
In other words, you have your little bag inside the big bag.
So
take the little bag out, it's not a problem.
No, it is a problem, because the little bag has the same status as the tefillin. Let's say you have an outer bag. Let's say you have a
talis bag.
No. Let's say you have tefillin in the talis bag.
Yes.
In the talis bag. Tefillin in a bag, in a talis bag.
Right. That's a normal.
Wait. And then you didn't put the talis in the bag itself. And the talis is under this bag, the talis bag, which has the tefillin bag in it.
Where's the talis?
No, you didn't put, when you took off your talis, you didn't put it back in the bag. You put it down first, then you put the tefillin bag in the talis bag, and now it's on top of the talis. Mm-hmm. So in essence, the tefillin on top of the talis.
You didn't put the talis in the
Back, you didn't put it back. You took off your tefillin, your talis yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, you took it off. You put it first, the talis down on the bench. Yeah. Then you took off your tefillin, put them in the bag. Then you took the bag, put it into the talis bag. So where's the talis? Talis is not in the bag. You left it on the bench.
Right.
Okay? So the tefillin is sitting on top of the talis, but it's not the tefillin bag is sitting on top of the talis. The tefillin in the bag, in the talis bag is sitting on top of your talis. Right? So the talis bag doesn't have the status. The talis bag doesn't have the status of the tefillin. A tefillin bag, the bags that are there to accommodate tefillin, every bag is classified as tashmishi kedusha.
So what's the issue?
Tashmishi kedusha.
So that's already another bag.
It's not a bag. That's not.
So what's
You're not
the
passing on the mitzvah. The mitzvah is like let's say you have it in a cupboard. Let's say you have two cupboards. The lower cupboard has the tefillin. The upper cupboard has the tefillin. The lower cupboard has the talis. Is that a mavrin mitzvah? I mean, each one's in its own compartment. Each cupboard has its own. It doesn't identify with the tefillin. Doesn't identify with the talis. Doesn't identify with the tefillin. Right? You have two cupboards.
So what's the problem? What's the issue?
No, if you have tefillin, no, you can have three. If every cover is to accommodate the tefillin, right? Like Moshe said, you have the boxes on the tefillin. That's tashmish kedusha. The bag is there again to accommodate tefillin. That's tashmish kedusha. Whatever's tashmish kedusha is the tefillin themselves. That's the tefillin. So you're passing on the tefillin to do the talis that you can't do. But if it's in the talis bag is not the tefillin. Because the talis bag, it's designated for the talis. So being in the talis bag is like in a separate compartment. That's not called tefillin. It's not called because the tefillin are not exposed, therefore you can take the talis.
So the talis is shown in the same talis bag.
So then you're in the same location. and the tefillin are on top of the bag. So now you're passing on the tefillin to take the talis. That you're not permitted to.
We'll just come back to the concept of the tefillin bag having the same status as the tefillin. If I were to have the two bags, my talis bag, and inside the talis bag is my talis and my tefillin are in the tefillin bag.
Correct.
And I take the tefillin bag out.
Or even you touch it, or it's on top. Proximity-wise, the first thing you put you in the bag, the tefillin is the first thing you engage with. You have to put on the tefillin.
Even though they're in a bag,
Because the bag and the tefillin are one and the same.
they're the same.
They are the same. It's like the tefillin are exposed.
I mean, so literally the kedusha of the tefillin bag
Is identical.
to the kedusha of the
Correct,
tefillin
correct,
itself.
correct.
So,
Even though there's 2 layers before the tefillin.
It could be 6 layers. If every layer is there to accommodate the tefillin, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a tefillin bag, and you put it in a plastic bag to protect it because it's raining, right? That bag you could throw away afterwards. Because there it's not to accommodate the tefillin. It's purely to protect it from the rain, or you're delivering something. You put it in a paper bag to deliver it to someone. Paper bag is only a conveyance. It has nothing to do with the tefillin.
one couldn't take a tefillin bag into the bathroom.
Correct.
You could take your talis bag into the bathroom.
Correct.
The talis bag which contains the tefillin bag, that you would take in the
No,
bathroom.
you couldn't, because you need a double cover. There's only one cover. No, because the tefillin bag is the tefillin. It's like the tefillin would be exposed in the bag.
If you had a plastic covering over the talis bag.
If you have correct.
Or taking the talis and tefillin out together from the bag, you can't do that.
No. Well, if you took them out together, let's say with the towels on top of the tefillin,
Right.
take them both out, put it
Right.
on the table,
Right.
would not be a problem.
So you take the talis first.
Because the towels are still on top of the tefillin. Okay? 1 second. V'yitztorech lo anicham. If the Mechaber says if you took out the tefillin before the talis, you'd be obligated to put on the tefillin before the talis. Nearly poshut the mispalel beveso. The person davens at home. V'rotze laniach talis tefillin. Interesting question. And he wants to put on talis and tefillin. Ubetoch chedesh lefonav munach tefillin. Ubetoch cheder acher munach talis. He has to pass through 2 rooms. The outer room has the tefillin. The room that he's entering has the tefillin, and the back room has the talis. He has to pass through the room with the tefillin before he comes to the room that has the talis. So he's not engaging, but it's in the room. So the tefillin are factor or available to him before the talis. Tzarich l'niach tefillin b'reisho, kedei sheliyavar al mitzvos.
You know he has to take it out of that room.
No, we're talking about it's exposed. It's not in a cupboard. We're not talking about it's in a cupboard. It's
in a
lying.
bag.
It's in his bag, right?
Sitting on the counter.
Because in shul we keep them together. So there it's a question of what's on top, what's on the bottom. Because the tefillin are available. Although physically he didn't take the tefillin in his hand. Kodem talis. You put on the tefillin before the talis. Yeah, what happens is he made a mistake. He first put the tefillin, and then he put it down, he took the talis. Does he put the talis now, go back to the tefillin? No. Once he took the talis, now you're not permitted to put the talis, because again it becomes a mavir. Disrespect now to the talis. Shuv also lozo lito at tefillin. Vein lo tzitz, the Ramo says, what happens if he has tefillin? Although you should put your talis on before, do the mitzvah of tzitzis before tefillin, because malam b'kodesh. What happens if he doesn't have the tzitzis immediately available? So Ramos says you should put on the tefillin, and later we'll put on the tzitzis. Afilu holech b'li dalit kanfos, although he's not wearing a talis cotton. He said maybe he would think because he's wearing talis cotton. So since he's already fulfilled the mitzvah tzitzis before the tefillin, that's why you don't have to wait for the talis gadol. He says no, even if you're not wearing a talis cotton, if the tzitzis are not available, the whole concept of malam b'kodesh has no relevance. Koshkim fi minogenu. Kol echad zor talis cotton. He says, especially according to our minhag, that most Jews, they're careful that they wear talis cotton. And it was prevalent among Ashkenazi Jews, they wore talis cotton. Told you among Sephardim, not. because you fulfilled the mitzvah of tzitzis before tefillin. He says, you may think the Ramah is speaking about where he hasn't yet. It doesn't make a difference. For some people do say the bracha. Okay? Ein tzorach mnei she'ein mashin es ha-mitzvah. Because you're not permitted to lay the mitzvah. Mitzvah b'liyot ha'tach mitzvah. Mitzvah presents itself, you have to address it immediately. Al pi sheish lo ma sheyasa akar yosem in a muvchor, but all of later will be done in a more optimum way. Malam b'kodesh, you're going from one level to the other. Mitzvah b'shat chaviva. To do the mitzvah in its proper time has greater value. V'chein b'tod she'en todir. You have something which is more frequent, less frequent. V'kaim lo todir kodem. I mean, our todir l'fonenu ein tzorach lam, same thing. I'll give you an example. A person doesn't know Kriya Shema by heart. Doesn't know Kriya Shema by heart. He has to say it out of Siddur. Sfir Soma, he can say it, he knows that by heart. It's just a bracha. And it comes Friday night, you daven early now in the summer, so we say Kriya Shema before Sfir Soma, correct? For two reasons. Todah Shein Todah, also one's a Doraisa, one's a Drabanan. Let's say right after you finish benching, you need a Siddur to say Kriya Shema. And it'll take a few minutes till they bring you the Siddur. Do you say Sfira before you say Kriya Shema? I'm according to what he's saying now. If you're able to both at the same time, then we enter into the question of Todah Shein Todah, or Doraisa versus Rabbanan. But if it's not immediately ready to be done, then whatever is first available, that's the mitzvah you do first. That would be an application of what we're speaking about.
So if you take out the talis first, and then before you put the talis on, you take out the tefillin.
And now you're holding both?
No, now you have both. They're both on the table. You took out the talis and then you took out the tefillin. What do you do?
No. Good question. He did the wrong thing. He took out both, and now, which one does he put on first?
Right. You took out the talis first.
Which one's you put on? Which one is closer to your hand? This is like going through two rooms. Let's say the talis is proximity-wise is closer to you.
Right.
You put on talis. The tefillin are closer. You put on the tefillin first, because that's a mavir. You can't pass on one mitzvah to another mitzvah. That's the Gemara in Yuma. You have to go through the Azora to go to the Hechel.
I have a situation once. I have in the shoes like that, and I have my talisman film, which I usually use on Sunday morning. So I keep it true. And it's in a cupboard. Not locked, but in a cupboard. So on Shabbos morning, I came, and I did my talis. My tefillin is in the same bag. Well, it's in its own bag, but it's within the
Correct.
So what is the proper way?
It's not a problem.
Right?
Yeah, but it's klishim lachdulisha.
No problem.
It's not a problem. Let's say you come to your seat and fill on your seat where you sit in shul. Are you permitted to pick up the film and put them somewhere else? You're permitted. Because klishim lachdulisha, for its location or its own usage, you're permitted. It's not muktzah. So here, you have to take your talis. You have no choice. And so if the tefillin interferes...
So I can take my whole talis bag with the tefillin in it and carry it into shul.
No. What you should do is take the talis out and leave the tefillin in the cubby.
In the cubby.
Yeah, there's no reason to take the tefillin into the shul. No. What?
You were getting to the tefillin first.
Shabbos has no relevance.
But on Sunday he's going to have that problem. So he's going to end up taking out his tefillin first.
No. When he puts it back the same way.
No, I'm saying if he's within Shabbos. He just came in on Sunday.
Okay. See, now you understand how to complicate life. You have Moshe with you, it complicates it a little bit. Okay. It's page 64. Okay. Let's see the Masusa Sharon. Find this very often in modern shuls. They unpack their talis and tefillin, and it's like, Havdil, before a surgeon, does this procedure. You put out the various, and then now you're ready to go. Some people even go further. They take out the shel rosh and the shel yad from the bag, and they put it. It's not the tefillin and the talis. They actually unload totally, unpacking. Okay.